And here we go. Welcome, folks, to another Daily Antidote of Song. It's day 983 for us, and that is just amazing. I'm so glad to see all of you here, and I really want to welcome you all. Would everybody in the Zoom room help me say hello to folks on Facebook? Hey, if you're watching on Facebook, thanks for being here. Thanks for tuning in. We're glad that you're with us today. And I'm so glad that everybody who is in the room is also here with us. So hello, and thanks to Joe for supporting us in all things. Thank you, Reggie Harris, for being here today. So excited for your song sharing in your presence. And thanks, Carolyn in Boise, for being here, reminding us that it is day 983. Kim Wallach, welcome. I'm so glad to see you and your awesome puppet hanging behind you. I remember that from the last time you're here. And hi, Cricket. So good to see you. Hello, Sharon in DC. Glad you're with us today. Hello, Jamie coming in from Victoria, BC. Welcome. Hello, Hoda, who's also in BC. Hi. Hi, Sushan. Glad you're here today. And good to see you, Sarah in Texas. Hi, Annette in California. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Barbara Dean. Glad you're with us today. And Dawn in the curly top. So it looks like it's just Willard today. Hey. And hi, Dan in Vienna. Good to see you. And hi, Arlene in Berkeley, California. Hi, Bob Gaser. Glad you're here today. Hi, Bonnie in Boise. Hello to Pauline in Newcastle in the UK. Hi, Steve and Michelle in Silver Spring. Good to see you. Hi, Aloysius in Massachusetts. Drive safe. Hi, Kevin in DC with that awesome hat and the flute, of course. Good to see you. And hi, Mabel in Bears. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Deli. Good to see you coming in from Maryland. Yeah. And Becky, glad you're here with us today. Hello to Jenny in Suffolk in the UK. Welcome, welcome. And hi, Karen in Iowa. Glad you're joining us today. Hi, Bronwyn in Victoria, BC. Antonia, Bia, glad that you're here. And Jim from New York City, welcome. Good to see you. Hi, Dory and Ollie in Rhode Island. Love when Ollie's in the screen with us. And hi, Archie with a really wonderful festive hat. Hi, Susan G. Glad you're here. Good to see you. Hi, Ann Morse. Good to see you. And Ruth in Birmingham, UK. Hi, and Bob from Tucson. Glad you're joining us today. Hi, Caroline in DC. Welcome. And welcome to Susan in Seattle. Good to see you. Hi, Nancy N. Glad you're here. Hi, Kathy, who's in Denver, Colorado. Kathleen in Albuquerque. Good to see you. Hello, Nick in Leeds, UK. Good to see you. Hi. And Julie in Ontario. Hi, Deborah in Kentucky, and Gary Hausner, good to see you. And hello, Fred in Silver Spring. Kate in Charlottesville, glad you're here. Hi, Busy Graham. Everybody welcome Busy Graham. She helps make this program possible too. And Bob, who's out and about in Massachusetts, welcome, welcome. Hi, Anne in Maryland, and Hindi, good to see you. And there's some other folks. There's a lot of people here today. It's so exciting. Hi, Kat in Vermont. I love your festive Christmas lights. And Storm with your festive hat. Hi, Jane in Texas. Good to see you. Sue Sean, good to see you. Martha, glad you're here today. Hello to Lynn and Ralph and Penny in Victoria. Hi. Hello, Loriana, Kachina, and Courtney, and Sandy in Western North Carolina. Glad you're here. Christiana and Bob, who are here. Hello, welcome. And Paula and Field. And I think that's everybody in the room. Let's take a deep breath if you don't mind, because I think it'll feel good. All right, thanks everybody so much for being here. We have a really special guest. He's been in here a bunch of times. You know him and love him. He's the incredible singer, songwriter, activist, educator, an all around lovely human being. Reggie Harris, welcome. Thanks for being
Oh,
here.
thank you. Thank you, Jaden. And hello, hello, all. It's so wonderful to be back in the room. I have been far and away and in a number of places over the last few months, and always keeping you all in my heart, and also have run into some of you on the road. So that's been always a really wonderful pleasure and delight. I thought I would share one of my favorite seasonal songs with you. It's a spiritual that was updated during the modern civil rights movement, principally by Fannie Lou Hamer, that amazing civil rights activist who, once she discovered that she had civil rights, and she was about, I think, 46 at the time, she just became the most astonishing light in the world and a force of nature. And as it happened, she also had a wonderful voice that she loved to use to get people riled up. And so she used to sing, "This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine." But that's not the one we're doing today. Today we're going to do her version of "Go Tell It on the Mountain." And of course, you know, "Go Tell It on the Mountain" is a Christmas song that chronicles the birth of Jesus, and just told people to go out and stand on the mountaintop and shout the good news that liberation and justice was on the way. Well, as we know, liberation and justice are still on the way. Funny how those things work, you know? 2,000 years, oh, but a minute. But at any rate, I digress. The song, she took it and she shifted and adapted the words to fit the movement in a way that really energized people around the right to vote and the right to work for education and all of those civil rights that somehow we are still working for. So today we're going to sing that. So you'll find the words in the chat. They are, and the chorus goes like this. Why don't you go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere? Go tell it on the mountain to let my people go. Why don't you go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere? Go tell it on the mountain to let my people go. So amazingly simple. So the first time we'll do that, everywhere, and the second time we'll sing the chorus twice each time because the song isn't that long. And the second time we'll do that little everywhere, put a little tag on it, as they say. And you'll see in the first verse that the verse says, "Who are those children all dressed in red? Let my people go. Must be the children Bob Moses led. Let my people go." Bob Moses, who really was one of the seminal figures of voting rights and the civil rights movement. So are you ready? Here we go. Take a good deep breath. Wake those lungs up if they haven't been singing this morning. Why don't you go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere? Go tell it on the mountain to let my people go. Why don't you go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere? Go tell it on the mountain to let my people go. Well, who will yonder dressed in red? Let my people go. Must be the children Bob Moses led. Let my people go. Why don't you go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere? Go tell it on the mountain to let my people go. Why don't you go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere? Go tell it on the mountain to let my people go. Who is that yonder dressed in white? Let my people go. Must be the children getting ready to fight. Let my people go. Why don't you go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain to let my people go. Why don't you go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere? Go tell it on the mountain to let my people go. Dressed in black, who those yonder dressed in black? Let my people go. Must be the hypocrites turning back. Let my people go. Why don't you go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere? Go tell it on the mountain to let my people go. Why don't you go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere? Go tell it on the mountain to let my people go. Well, all right.
That's right. Thank you, Reggie. That was amazing.
All right, so welcome. It's so wonderful to be here.
It's so wonderful to have you. And I saw people really getting into the song. It was awesome. And I'd love to hear a little bit about why you chose this song for today. And I know you had some things to tell us about it. Yeah.
Well, this is kind of a special time of year for, historically, I mean, obviously, we celebrate Season of Light, solstice coming up, and this is a time of year, of course, when the light is decreasing and the longest day of the year and all of that. And for people who were in bondage, for people who were enslaved, it was also a very tough time of year, with all the celebrations of family and all of that. There was often the case that around this time, with all the festivities and celebration of Christmas, right after Christmas, many times masters would have an auction and sell off some of their enslaved people, ending the year by clearing their books, and selling families away from each other. And so the celebration was kind of bittersweet in a lot of ways in enslaved communities. But they would sing these songs, Go Tell on the Mountain and Rise Up, Shepherd, and Follow, and other of the seasonal Christmas songs to give themselves some hope for that the next year would be different. And in some cases, people would use this opportunity, since often uh, people who owned slaves would give them a few days off around the Christmas holidays. They would often use this as an opportunity to escape. Now, of course, it wasn't a great time to escape if you were, traveling into the north. Obviously, we are expecting a big snowstorm, and
Mm.
temperatures are also plunging. But in, for example, 1854, Harriet Tubman found out that three of her brothers were going to be sold by her former master's wife, Eliza Broadus, and um, and so that kicked her in gear. She was living in St. Catharines, Ontario, and decided that she was not going to allow her family to be further decimated, even though she was so far away from them. So she made an 1854 Christmas raid and came back to the United States and down to Maryland and snuck into the area and actually, in a very fascinating story, saved three of her brothers and one of their wives, and took them to freedom and took them back to Canada. And so I love the history of those songs at this time, because we know that the year is coming to an end, but we also know that we are still in the business of working for hope and for justice and freedom, and we can celebrate those things like the Same-Sex Marriage Act and the things, the goals that we have managed to make some progress on this year. We go tell it on the mountain. We shout the news out that small victories have been won, and no, when the new year comes, we're just going to keep on working.
Mm. Wow, thank you for sharing that and uh, bringing in that history. It's yeah, I'm going to be thinking about that. It's really powerful, especially thinking about. I mean, even more like the importance of acknowledging this time as a time for being with our families and connecting with community and um, yeah, and definitely understanding more about maybe the importance of singing spirituals at this time of year for sure. So that is that's super powerful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's kind of, I was reminded of that because recently I got on a bus with, well, actually twice. In October, I got on a bus with 34 people to take a pilgrimage down to Mississippi and Tennessee. And then in November, I got on another bus uh, and we traveled through Alabama and Mississippi. And on the bus, we sang lots of spirituals that had been adapted into the civil rights movement. But my Living Legacy pilgrimage project is back on the road, and so we are once again moving about and singing. And we had two pilgrimages, one of 5 days and one of 6 days. And as far as I know, no one got COVID on the trip.
Yay. That's
So
wonderful.
we all were on our masks with the on the bus and trying our best not to, cheat.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's been a very full year,
Mm.
and we have some pilgrimages planned for next year. There's one in January with Nazareth College, which will be our fourth time taking students and staff from that place, that wonderful college in Rochester. So I want to invite all of our family here. Some of you have been on the pilgrimage. Some of you, we had a few folks from the community on the bus in October. And I'm hoping that in 2023, when we launch, we're going to announce some dates for pilgrimage very soon after the new year. And hopefully, some of you will be able to save up your pennies and jump on the bus. And we'll be taking some very interesting journeys. And we want you on the bus because we sing a lot on the bus, and we need experts like all of you.
Oh yeah. This is a room full of expert singers, so perfect group to do that. Could you just give a little, like for folks who might not be familiar with the Living Legacy Project, just a little bit more about what that is?
Sure. Well, the Living Legacy Project is a volunteer organization that of folks who take people on. Well, we do several different things. We take people on civil rights journeys, mostly in Alabama and Mississippi and Tennessee. But we're going to be branching out in about a year also to include Georgia and South Carolina. So it started back in like 2006 with a couple of actually a Unitarian minister, Gordon Gibson, and his wife took some of his parishioners from the last church in Indiana that he was pastoring and took them down to Mississippi. Gordon had gone down to Alabama in answer to Dr. King's call in 1965 when Bloody Sunday. And he was one of those ministers, one of the clergy that went down to answer and to support the civil rights movement. And in time, he got a church down there and spent a lot of years in the South. And when he was pastoring his last church in about 2006 in Indiana, they asked him to take him to the places that he'd been talking to for all those years. And he did that, and he did it another time. And out of that came this wonderful organization, the Living Legacy Project, that now has been in operation. I joined them in 2010 I thought it would be a one-time trip. I was wrong, often wrong. That one-time trip turned into a year after year after year thing where I am now the musical education director and also the co-president. How did that happen? At any rate,
Hey.
yeah, well, got to step up when they ask.
Uh,
So we have been over the course of years, mostly during one pilgrimage. They go anywhere from 5 days to 8 or 9 days, depending on where we're going and how much time we can appropriate. And it is about hearing the stories and seeing the places where the civil rights movement was so vibrant then,
Mm.
but also connecting with people who are active and so passionate about what they are doing in those communities now. On the October trip, we had people from 17 different states, and
Wow.
yeah, no, it was amazing. I mean, people came from all over, and we were just really blessed by our presenters, who included the daughter of James Chaney, Angela Lewis, James Chaney of Goodwin Schwerner and Chaney. Um,
Mm.
we had Jewel Rush McDonald. We had a really wonderful presentation. On the pilgrimage that we did in November, it was the Jewish experience of the civil rights movement,
Oh,
where we had
wow.
completely focused on Jewish participation and Jewish allies in the civil rights movement. And we visited a synagogue in Selma, Alabama, that is still in operation, even though they have gone from 400 members in the 1960s to four,
Oh,
2022.
yeah. Wow.
And also, we had a really wonderful presentation by the synagogue in Birmingham, Alabama, on work that they're now doing, looking at their past history of activity in the civil rights movement, and then chronicling that to what they can do. And all along the way, we were just running into folks who were just getting really juiced up about the election and
Mm.
turning people out to vote. So, the idea is look at the past and then make it present in our present day world.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. Living legacy. Makes sense. Yeah. Um, that sounds super powerful. And there's a link in the chat, I think, for folks to get some more information. So I'm sure some daily introdoters will be interested in that. That's really wonderful. And I heard a rumor that you had a birthday recently. Is that true?
You got to be careful about rumors. Well, yes. So on Saturday, I celebrated my 70th birthday.
Oh, congratulations. Can we like give a huge cheer for Reggie? 70, still going at it. Yeah.
I still can't believe it. 70 years old. I look in the mirror. It's like, really? But it turned out to be a really wonderful day. I slept in. Hmm.
Yay.
And then I just kind of didn't do very much, but I had a program, a small performance Saturday night, and it was just so much fun to sing.
Mm.
And then Sunday I did two performances at the Caramore Center for the Performing Arts. So as usual, I was working on my birthday, but I couldn't think of a better way to spend it. And yeah, I'm moving into the next decade with. I'm not making any major plans. It's just more of the same, and we'll see what happens. But thank you so much.
Aw.
It's like for years and years and years, I didn't really pay much attention to birthdays. 70, well, it's kind of a big deal. So.
A big one. Yeah. Well, that's exciting. And we're big on birthdays at the Daily Antidote. So I hope you saw I don't know if you're on gallery mode, but there are some people holding up signs and
Oh,
such.
let me jump. Let me jump. Let me jump.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
Yeah. And thank
Oh,
you for
thank you,
being
thank you, thank you. Oh, so sweet.
thank you for being part of our community, Reggie. And I
Oh,
know you've been with the Daily Antidote for a long time, longer than me. So everybody really loves you and appreciates you. Yeah.
well, I love and appreciate this community. This has been certainly one of the highlights. I was just saying the other night, somebody was just saying, well, where do when you're looking at your career, what are the things that you really love about being a performer, a songwriter? And, when I first started out, I would have thought that I would say, oh, in fact, that, millions of people around the world know my name, or, blah, 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 blah. The thing I love about what I do is the connection that song makes, and I have many people to thank for that. And some of them are in this room. But this is what heals me, and this is what heals the world.
Yeah.
So I am just so proud of this community, and I am so proud to be part of it.
Aw, thank you, Reggie. And with that, we would love to sing this song with you one more time.
Why don't we do that?
Yeah.
Why don't you go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere? Go tell it on the mountain to let my people go. Why don't you go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere? Go tell it on the mountain to let my people go. Let's do it. Moving out yonder, dressed in red. Let my people go. Must be the children by Moses led. Let my people go. Why don't you go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere? Go tell it on the mountain to let my people go. Why don't you go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere? Go tell it on the mountain to let my people go. Oh, you all are so beautiful.
Amazing. Thank you. Let's all give it up for Reggie Harris. You've done so much for us today and in your life and always. So thanks for being with us and sharing your gifts with us today.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it's wonderful to be with you and to meet you, Jaden. And I look
Yeah,
forward next time we connect up.
definitely. Yes. Um, yeah, thank you so much. And let's all say goodbye to Reggie. Thank you. So lovely speaking with you today. Much love.
Love back.
And thanks and goodbye to everybody in the room, including Joe Rossi. Bye. And thanks to Carolyn for being here. Bye, Kim Wallach. Good to see you. Bye, Cricket. Lovely to see you today. And bye, Jamie in BC. Farewell to Hoda in BC. Good to see you, Sarah in Texas. And bye, Annette in California. Good to see you. Thanks for being here, Barbara Dean, and the Dawnless Curly Tops. Thank you for being here today. And bye, Arlene in Berkeley. Good to see you, Bob Gayser, that is. And Bonnie in Boise. Good to see you. Bye, Pauline in Newcastle. Thanks for being here, Stephen, Michelle, see ya, and bye, Kevin in DC. Bye, Mabel and the Bears. Always good. Oh, there's a party bear, a party hat bear. That's awesome. And good to see you, Becky. Bye, Jim in New York City. Dorian, Ollie in Rhode Island. Good to see you. Bye, Ollie. Oh. And bye, Susan G. Thanks for being here. And bye, Anne in Nashville. Good to see you. Good to see you, Ruth in Birmingham. Bye, Susan in Seattle. Bye, Nancy and the Irish cow. Always good to see you. Bye, Kathleen and wait. Yes, bye, Kathleen in Albuquerque. Sorry. Bye, Julie in Ontario. Ontario? Sorry, I'm not Canadian. I don't know. And bye, Deborah in Kentucky. Good to see you. Bye, Gary. Good to see you. And Kate in Charlottesville. Thanks for being here. Bye, Anne in Maryland. Bye, Storm. Good to see you as always. Bye, Jane in Texas. Bye, Deli. Lovely to see you. Antonia in Santa somewhere. It's cut off for me, but I'm glad you're here today. Thanks for joining us. And bye, Kat in Vermont. Good to see you. Bye, Sushan. Bye, Dan in Vienna, Virginia. Good to see you as always. Bye, Anne Wright. Glad you're with us today. Bye, Ralph and Penny. Good to see you. Bye, Martha. And bye, Archie. Thanks for joining today. Oh, there's a second Curly Tops crew downstairs. Okay, good to see you. There's always like a curly tops like whole show going on. It's fun. Um, by Caroline in DC, good to see you. By Nick in Leeds, thanks for being here. By Diane in Puerto Rico, good to see you. By Aloysius, good to see you, Lynn. Thanks for being here. By who haven't I gotten? Bob in Massachusetts. By Hindi and Fred in Silver Spring. Loriana, Katrina, and Courtney. Glad you're all here today. And Christian and Bob and Ann Anderson. And we need to say goodbye to Facebook Live. Bye, Facebook. Thanks for watching out there. We'll see you next time. Bye.